There's a clock ticking in Houston, and it has nothing to do with the regular season opener. It's about money, big money, and the Texans might have to make a decision on Stroud that could either save them millions or cost them everything. Stick around because this contract situation is about to get very interesting. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down a major update on the Houston Texans quarterback situation and the potential contract decision looming over Stroud before the season even kicks off. Let's get into it. Throughout this entire summer, numerous reports indicated that the Texans were taking a wait-and-see approach regarding Stroud's future, especially after the team picked up the fifth-year option attached to his contract for 2027 this past spring. That move already locked Stroud in through at least that season, which gave Houston some breathing room heading into this year. But during Thursday's edition of ESPN's NFL Live, insider Adam Schefter dropped a genuinely interesting update on where things actually stand between the two sides. The Houston Texans have had discussions with Stroud about a new deal, Schefter revealed, according to Josh Buckhalter of Heavy. My understanding is they're not close at this particular time. Talks will continue. We'll see if they're able to get anything done by the time the season begins or shortly thereafter. What's interesting here is after the season, there are going to be a group of quarterbacks in line for extensions. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Bo Nix, where you're going to see some enormous prices. So let's break down why this timing actually matters so much for Houston. It's genuinely difficult to predict what type of extension Stroud would even accept before the upcoming season starts, especially since it's unclear what other teams around the league would actually be willing to pay him right now. That uncertainty stems from the fact that the 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year has seemingly regressed over the past 2 seasons. This past January alone, he threw 5 interceptions and lost 2 of 5 fumbles across just 2 playoff starts. Those numbers matter a lot when you're negotiating a long-term, franchise-altering contract. There's also a broader perception around the league that teams would generally hesitate to make a massive long-term financial commitment to Stroud right now, especially since he's already locked down through at least 2027 via that 5th-year option. But here's the strategic wrinkle. Getting Stroud to sign a new deal before week 1 of this season could actually save the Texans a significant amount of money down the road. Schefter continued to explain exactly why the timing creates such a fascinating situation for both sides. The prices of quarterbacks, as we know for all players, are always going up, especially at quarterback, Schefter said. So, if the Texans and Stroud can't get a deal done in the coming weeks and Stroud lights it up, the price is going way up. If he doesn't light it up, then obviously the Texans are in a situation where they may have to find another quarterback. But it creates a really interesting situation tied to his contract, where there are talks going on, and we'll see if they can figure out something before the season begins that is in the best interest of both sides. That's really the entire crux of this negotiation boiled down to one sentence. If Stroud plays lights-out football this season, his asking price only climbs higher, and Houston loses whatever leverage they currently have. But if he struggles again, similar to his rough playoff outings, the Texans could suddenly find themselves questioning whether he's even their long-term answer at quarterback at all. However you look at it, waiting comes with real risk attached for Houston. The people running this franchise genuinely won't know how Stroud performs under the pressure of a real postseason environment again until at least January of 2027. That's a long time to sit on a decision worth potentially hundreds of millions of dollars. So the Texans essentially have to make a bet right now, sign Stroud early and hope his recent struggles were just a rough patch, or hold off and risk paying significantly more if he bounces back in a big way this season. Either direction carries real financial and competitive consequences. So what's your take? Should the Texans lock up Stroud now before the season starts? Or is waiting to see how he performs the smarter long-term play? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button. Subscribe for more Texans and NFL contract coverage all season long, and I'll see you in the next video.